Right, fellas, it's Tommy Rogerson from Rogerson Fitness. It is currently 11:14 a.m. And I'm about to hit a session. I wouldn't usually hit a session this early in the morning, but I'm going back to school later on, so I won't be able to post or do a workout then. So yeah, just a short session. Big three powerlifting, squats, bench, deadlift in that order. Just gonna talk you through what I do when I do powerlifting routines. So I began with squats, like in a powerlifting competition, and I did two sets of 100 kilograms for one repetition, followed by two sets of 70 kilograms for seven repetitions. The first two sets for strength and for increasing a one rep max. The second two sets for hypertrophy or pump, and more for bodybuilding and increasing leg mass and size. You can see I use an RDX Inza styled weight belt, as well as two wrist wraps, and the reason being for low bar squats, it puts a lot of strain on your wrists if you don't use wrist wraps, whereas with wrist wraps it's not as painful. The belt is just for added abdominal support. Here you can see another angle to show the full depth. Now the reason why I do this program is not only to increase size but also strength, as you've heard. And if you're wondering how it works, well, I'll tell you my PBs. So at the beginning of the year, of the school year, almost 6 months ago, my max squat was 75 kilograms, and now my max squat is 110. So that's increased by a huge amount. Next, I moved on to bench, like in a competition. And I did two sets of 70 kilograms for two repetitions, and I try and make them paused reps, but because the day before had been a shoulder day, I was quite fatigued, so I didn't manage to do pause reps in this set here. After doing those two sets, I did two sets of 60 kilograms of six, and those are paused, which you will see now. Again, the reason why I do this is for the first two sets for strength, increasing strength from the one rep max, and the second two sets for getting a pump and for bodybuilding. So this has increased my one rep max. At the beginning of the year it was 47.5, now it's 80. But it's important to know that this program should be done daily rather than just once or twice a week in order to see results. So the idea here for the first two sets is to do something roughly 10 kilograms below your one rep max, so that you get used to that heavy weight, and the next two sets, similar to in squatting, something that's roughly 3/4 of your one rep max. So they're both in a powerlifting fashion. Next I moved on to deadlift, where I did two sets of 120 kgs for one, followed by two sets of 80 kgs for seven. Now recently I've been having a bit of trouble with my squatting form, so whenever I had a big three session, as in today, I devoted my deadlift time to my squats to practice my form, and that's made my squatting form increase drastically, whereas my deadlift form has kind of gone to pot, as you would have seen in the first two sets with the bar being pushed forward away from my shins, and a bent back. So one of the reasons why I do the two latter sets with deadlifts, not only for pump and bodybuilding, is also to practice the form. As you can see here, I really take my time between each rep to think about the rep that I'm about to do and try and get the form as good as possible. But sometimes it's not always easy to do, as you can see just coming down from that rep. And my PBs for deadlift have increased at the beginning of the year from 85 kilograms to 130 kilograms. Now this program doesn't only increase your strength, it would also increase your size and weight. So at the beginning of the school year, almost 6 months ago, I was 17 kilograms lighter than I am now. So that shows it's not just powerlifting, but also partially bodybuilding. The reason why is because these are three most compound exercises, or arguably three of the most compound exercises that you can do. If you wanted, you can contact me on my Instagram at @t_watchdog if you want me to give you a program that's slightly more swayed towards bodybuilding or powerlifting. With that said, see you in the next video.